My father was not very impetuous at the moment. He didn't, you know, he was disturbed because I had disturbed him. And so he called me into his study. And he said, why do you keep doing this, you know? Why are you making life so difficult for me, you know? You know you're to be a model, or you're to be an example, first of all. You know, you're two brothers and sister. You have to set a good example. And I blurted out, listen, Pop, I didn't ask to be born. And he said to me, and yet if you did, the answer would have been no. And then he took those big arms and he gave me a big hug. And he said, I gotta tell you something. I agree with you. Her hat looked just like a frisbee. Do you ever ask God? I have on numerous occasions. Why am I here? Why are you here? I remember when I was in seminary, after I had finished my undergraduate work and was going on, and again, coming from a pastor's home, I was...
Happened after the great sermon. People didn't leave and go to their homes. They gathered together, large numbers of them. And what Luke tells us, this was such a strange group that gathered together. Jews and Gentiles together, black and brown and white people came together. Different ethnic groups, they came together. The young and the old, they came and stayed. The rich and the poor and the men and the women together, they all came together and they stayed after that great preaching. And they became one group with a capital O-1. And my feeling is that this was the real miracle of Pentecost. The tongues were cool, as we could say. And Peter's sermon was certainly cool. But the fact is, you got all these different kinds of people coming together and became one group is a miracle. I mean, we Baptists have been trying to do that for hundreds of years. We still can't do it. But you know what the secret was then? It was Holy Spirit led and directed. It was the Holy Spirit that called them together. It was the Holy Spirit that touched their lives. It was the Holy Spirit that convinced them that what Peter was preaching was the truth. It was the Holy Spirit that brought them together and brought them conviction. It was the Holy Spirit that said to them, you need to turn your life over to Jesus. It was the Holy Spirit that brought the group together and kept them together. A lot of our churches today, unfortunately, are trying hard to bring people together and to keep them together.